Noah Hummel, Sean Yule, and Matt Panoni.
See that phone again?
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and we honor the United States of America with our national anthem. Thank you very much. Should be a great game between these two longtime Central League foes. Today's game also being televised and broadcast live. Delco Baseball Now, Brendan Ricciardi, and the gang.
We got a hot one today here at Penncrest High School. Brendan Ricciardi from Delco Baseball Now here with you today as we got a rivalry game on our game of the week. It'll be the Penncrest Lions hosting the Strath Panthers in the first round of the PIAA District 1 5A playoffs. These two teams split in the regular season. Penncrest 10-running Strath on their home field. Strath beat Penncrest 4-3 just 2 weeks ago on this field after a caught-stealing home ended the game. Henry Murphy getting the start on the mound for the Penncrest Lions. Let's get you the starting lineup for the visiting Strath Panthers. Leading off the catcher will be Eli Price, batting second. The shortstop, Quinn Kell. Atticus being the first baseman will bat third. Zach Milligan, the designated here in the cleanup spot. He will be batting for the left fielder, Quinn Widener. Batting fifth in right field will be Manny Pickup. Batting sixth, and on the mound for Strath will be the junior Patrick Burke. Batting seventh, the JV call-up recently. Center field, Connor Musamichi. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Patrick O'Connor. And Ralph Lardiri, the second baseman, will round out the lineup at the ninth spot. Once again, that's Price, Kell, Bean, Milligan, Pickup, Burke, Musamichi, O'Connor, and Lardiri. And they will face the Penn State Harrisburg commit Henry Murphy. Now, when these two teams met just 2 years ago, Murphy started that game as just a sophomore for the Lions. Ended up being a 5-1 Strath win. He'll get a second chance at the Strath Panthers, this time on his home mound. That game was at Strath a couple of years ago. Get to the defensive alignment here for Penncrest. Behind the plate for the Penncrest Lions today will be Travis Younger. Going around the diamond at first base, Jeremy Schneider. Second base, Michael Simone. Shortstop, Andrew Luber-Solich, as Sergio Hernandez is ineligible for the playoffs after he transferred from Monsignor Bonner this most recent offseason. So Luber-Solich slides over from third base to short. And third base will be Gavin Bell. Gavin will not be batting today. He'll be bat four by Austin Younger, the designated hitter. In the outfield, Lucas Deleno in center field. On his left will be Hunter Cass in left field. And in right field, Braden Davis. Looks like we're going to get started a couple minutes early today. Unlike the professional sports world, we're getting started a little bit early today. 3:53 first pitch, 92 and sunny here in Media, Pennsylvania. Did our video cut out? We're all good to get started here. First pitch is going to be fouled back by Eli Price, and we are underway here in Media. It's a hot one today. If our video goes out, just know it's because my phone overheated, so we're going to do the best we can to keep this video going the whole way. All season long, we complained about how cold it was, just for the first playoff game here to be a scorcher. Not much shade here at Penncrest, unfortunately, for us today. And that one just a bit inside on Eli Price, who's been a 3-year starter for this Strath Haven team. Continuing a dynasty of Strath Haven catchers, Kevin Mahalan, Brady Mutz, Matt Kane. That one catches the outside corner on Eli Price. Quinn Kell waits on deck. Atticus Bean, the thump in this order, bats third. We got looks like the Penncrest JV team has just arrived. Murphy steps off for a sec. Since it's the playoffs, we get 3 umpires today. Usually just home plate and first. We got home plate, first base, and third base today. And the pitch coming into Price. That one's a bit outside. We'll be joined allegedly in the second inning by Sergio Hernandez to talk about his season, obviously being ineligible to play today. But nobody knows more about this Penncrest team than him that we could get. Here's the pitch to Price. That one's fouled back once again. Pretty rare to get a catcher in the leadoff spot here, but Price has done a really good job getting on base for this Strath Haven team. He had a great sophomore season, bit of a down year as a junior, but has found things here at the plate for this Strath Haven team here in his senior year. And the pitch to Price, he skies that one, tailing down the left field line. Looks like it's going to be tailing out of play, and it will. Almost had our first car casualty of the day. If you tuned in for David Trepansky, unfortunately, he is not here today. He is graduating from Villanova this week, so he's all over the place. Hopefully we'll get him back if we can send a team to the district championship next Tuesday at Villanova. This is the 5A bracket. And the pitch here to Price, just a bit outside. Ooh, we don't have the best angle, but that one looked like it was catching a good part of the plate. We're down the right field line here. We can't really see too much in and out. We can see up and down pretty well. Full count here. Great at bat by Eli Price. The tall righty Murphy kicks the pitch. That ball's hitting the air to left center field. And it looks like they're playing very in on Price, and that was going to keep going all the way to the wall. Price is going to round first, head to second. He's going to hold there with a leadoff double. Off the bat, it looked like a pretty lazy fly ball. Price not exactly known for his power, so the outfield was cheating a little bit in there. That one hit the wall on about a bounce, maybe 2, and all of a sudden Strath Haven quickly with a runner in scoring position.
Quinn Kell.
Quinn Kell, the shortstop, will bat second here. Fortunately, we do not have stats for Strath Haven. We do have some for Penncrest. First pitch to Kell, he's going to square to bunt, and hits him. That one hit him up in the shoulder, it looks like. He was able to pull the bunt back. And Strath Haven now with first and second, nobody out. Now, as a Strath Haven alum, I would not be surprised if another bunt is given here. Head coach Brian Feely does not care where you hit in the order. If there's a situation that calls for a bunt, he's going to let you have it. So we'll see. I'm not sure if I remember the signs from 9 years ago, if they're still the same. Atticus Bean will enter here. He's been the heartbeat of this order. Burst onto the scene last year as a junior for the Strath Haven team and has really emerged as a middle of the order bat here. First pitch to him is going to be on the inside corner for a called strike. Bean will be heading to the University of Massachusetts. Looks to try out for their club baseball team there. Originally was talking to the University of Toronto about potentially playing there, as he is a Canadian dual citizen. Second pitch to Bean in the dirt. Good job stopping that one is the catcher Travis Younger. Overall, bit of a down year for Strath Haven, 9-11 on the year, but they've really picked it up in the second half of the year. Had a nice winning streak to get them back in our power rankings in that 8th spot. It's a team that's had a lot of postseason success for the last couple of years. Here's the pitch to Bean. Takes that one in the dirt. Ever since COVID hit, these guys have been unstoppable. They won the district championship in 2021, lost in the championship in 22, won the district championship, made it all the way to the state championship, where they lost in 2023. Back to the district semis in 24 where they lost. They were upset by Chichester last year, so they're looking to get another deep run here. Pitch to Bean, that one's way upstairs. Well, on paper, it might not be their most talented roster of the last couple of years after they lost guys like Luke Dancona, Ben Milligan, Rob Matei, Matt Kane, all these guys from the most recent era. Coach Brian Feely does a great job at getting the most out of his guys. And on the other side, head coach Austin Morgan, this is his first playoff game as the head coach for Penncrest. And the pitch to Bean, swing and a miss, a healthy hack at 3-1. Austin Morgan, an Episcopal alum, played his college baseball at Dickinson. The team went 5-11 their first year in the Central League, 10-6 in their second under Coach Morgan. They've really bought into the culture that he's built here. Full count pitch coming to Atticus Bean, first and second, nobody out. And here's the pitch, and it hit him. Second straight hit by pitch, and Bean looks a little bit shaken up. That one got him in the elbow. He's down. We'll see if he's able to stay in here. He'll be your first baseman today. Now, in high school baseball, you can leave the game and re-enter once. You just cannot re-enter twice. So if Bean were to come out for a little bit, he could be put back in the game. Bean still getting checked out here. He seems to be in a great deal of pain. In the meantime, we'll let you know some other playoff games going on in the area today. We got 3 other District 1 playoff games as Bean's going to stay in this game and head to first base. Lower Merion making the playoffs for the 4th year in a row. They're headed to Plymouth White Marsh. It's going to be a hot day on the turf over there at PW. Garnet Valley hosting Central Bucks West. That is another game in the 6A bracket along with along with Lower Merion. Other game in the 5A bracket, Springfield making their first playoff appearance since 2022. They will be hosting the reigning 5A state champion Upper Dublin Cardinals. A pretty tough draw getting the 10th seed in your district, facing Luke Caron and Upper Dublin. So that's a pretty tough draw for Springfield. Bases loaded, nobody out here for Strath Haven. A great opportunity to blow this game open. It'll be the lefty Zach Milligan, the youngest of the Milligan brothers. Of course, Sam now a receiver for Bucknell football. Ben just finished his freshman year playing baseball at Dickinson. Both members of that 2023 state runner-up. First pitch to Milligan here. That ball's hit well into left field. It's going to be ranging back, and it's going to be off the base of the wall. 1 run will score. Quinn Kell rounding third. He will score. It looks like a ground rule double for Zach Milligan. It's 2-0 Strath Haven. A fired-up Strath Haven dugout, as they should be. They lead at 2-0 here. Still nobody out in the top of the first inning. These lefty hitters for Strath Haven have been peppering the ball in the left center field gap. Atticus Bean now heads to third. Zach Milligan at second. That'll bring in the right fielder, Manny Pickup. Pickup, another guy who at the beginning of the season wasn't exactly sure what his role was going to be, but he's heated up towards the end of the season. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is low. Second and third, nobody out here. First pitch to Manny Pickup was a bit low. Second pitch is going to square the bunt again. He's going to pop it foul. Patrick Burke, the pitcher, waits on deck. Connor Musamichi, the center fielder, in the hole. Base hit here could really break this game open for the Panthers. Winner of this game will head to take on Upper Perkiomen on Wednesday. Here's a pitch to Pickup. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike. Strath Haven typically so good at doing the little things right here. Getting the runner over, getting runners in, clean defense, clean pitching, and they play very well with the lead. Here's the pitch to Pickup. He's going to foul that one off his back. Home Reds for Penncrest. Strath Haven wearing their new black road jerseys. Back when I was here, they only had one jersey, it was black. But now they have white home pinstripes and black road jerseys. Atticus being on third, Zach Milligan on second. 1-2 pitch coming to Pickup. Bit upstairs. Good job by Pickup holding on that swing there. Two-two pitch coming to Pickup. That ball's hit into center field. That's a base hit. Bean will score. Zach Milligan being waved around third. And the throw will go into second base, and it's 4-0 here in the first. Still nobody out here for Strath Haven. The top 4 hitters in the lineup have all scored. Patrick Burke will step in now. Quick conversation from the shortstop, Andrew Luber-Solich, just to kind of calm Murphy down. Patrick Burke, Connor Musamichi on deck, Patrick O'Connor in the hole. Still nobody out here. Liam Ray starting to throw for Penncrest down the right field line. First pitch, swing and a miss from Burke. Burke has came out of nowhere to be the ace of this Strath Haven team so far this year. Going into the season, it appeared that Jasper Halls and a combination of pitchers would be their number 2, but Burke stole the show early on with 7 shutout innings of relief on the road at Harriton through a complete game shutout his next start out, and from then on has never really looked back. Burke has not faced Penncrest yet this year as a starter. Squares the bunt, gets it down. Burke gets the bunt down. Henry Murphy will throw to first. And a great job holding the base there at first base is Jeremy Schneider. Good bunt by Patrick Burke, gets the job done. Manny Pickup heads over to second. Connor Musamichi, the batter here, as Penncrest gets their first out of the inning. That advances Manny Pickup over to second base. First pitch here to Musamichi. Big hack. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Musamichi rocking the pink batting gloves here. That one's way upstairs. Manny Pickup the short lead off second base. Pitch to Musamichi. That one is going to be right at the knees for strike 2. Musamichi came up from JV towards the halfway point of the season to help with some offense, and he punches that one into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Pickup had to wait to make sure it fell. He's going to have to hold it third. I believe first and third with 1 out here for the Panthers in the top of the first. As we can tell from the Strath Haven dugout, he is a freshman.
Now batting for Strath Haven, third baseman.
Bringing the third baseman, Patrick O'Connor.
Patrick O'Connor.
Double play depth up the middle for Penncrest. Still early in the game, playing infield in. They're going to try and roll 2. Of course, not having Sergio Hernandez up the middle definitely stings. Musamichi's going to head off. It's going to be a safety squeeze. They're going to get the run in at home. Throw to first. He is out, but another run brought in from Strath Haven. A perfect safety squeeze there by Patrick O'Connor. And it's 5-0 Strath Haven here in the first.
Second baseman, number 7, Ralph Lardieri.
Musamichi advances to second. That'll bring in the 9-hole hitter, Ralph Lardieri. Ralph, another one of this young offensive core for the Panthers. First pitch in to Lardieri, swing and a miss. Eli Price, the leadoff hitter, now on deck. That one might have got the knob of the bat of Lardieri. It looks like that is going to be the call. He didn't exactly sell it that it hit his hand, so from here it sounded like it hit the knob of the bat. I believe that's what the call is going to be. It's going to be 0-2 here on Ralph Lardieri. Connor Musamichi leads off second. We're going to throw back, nothing doing. And the pitch to Lardieri, that one's upstairs. Checking on the pitch count here for Henry Murphy. As you mentioned, Liam Ray currently throwing for Penncrest. And that is a balk called on Murphy. I did not see it. I was writing down something in my scorebook. So Musamichi will head over to third. Murphy at 32 pitches here in the first. Here's the pitch to Lardieri. Swing and a miss. He got him. Well, the damage has been done. Strath Haven puts 5 runs on the board, highlighted by a double by Zach Milligan. We'll head to the bottom of the first here in media. The Panthers lead it 5-0.
Hey, it's back on. The phone just turned off. The passcode. I need the passcode. It's
Bottom of inning number
it
1.
says temp
Leading
audio
off for Penncrest.
only due to phone overheat.
Second baseman, number 22.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. It says on here.
Michael Simone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back here in the bottom of the first, we'll get the picture back on in a sec. The phone overheated. We got Patrick Burke starting on the mound here for Strath Haven. He'll be facing Michael Simone, who's got the count at 2-0. Ground ball over to shortstop. Sunday hot for Quinn Kell. Fires to first for out number 1. First pitch here to Andrew Luber-Solich, low and away. We'll get that video back in the top of the second. For now, we'll go audio only. It's a hot one here in media, as mentioned earlier. Of course, Sergio Hernandez not eligible to play in these playoffs, so Luber-Solich gets to start at shortstop. That pitch in there for a called strike right at the knees to Luber-Solich. Luber-Solich punches that one right to Quinn Kell at shortstop for out number 2. That'll bring in Braden Davis, who has emerged as a star in this Penncrest lineup in his junior year. Older brother Kellen, also a Penncrest alum, currently pitching for Old Dominion. A towering lefty, hitting over 400 this season. First pitch from Burke, that one's a bit low. Pitch just a bit outside. Braden Davis takes one for a called strike. Pitch here to Braden Davis. That one's in the dirt. And the pitch to Davis, that one down low, ball 4. First base run of the day here for Penncrest in the bottom of the first.
Designated hitter,
So same thing.
number 48, Austin Younger.
Freshman Austin Younger steps back in. We'll get this this video synced up in a sec here, as our phone appears to be cooled down a bit. Foul ball coming back a bit towards us, but not too close here. Austin Younger, one of the top freshman prospects in Pennsylvania. His brother Travis is the catcher for this team. Not too many freshmen batting cleanup here. Pitcher to Younger, big swing and a miss. Nothing into the count here to Austin Younger. Braden Davis leads off first after he walked. And the pitch here to Younger, that one's fouled back out of play. Liam Ray has been warming up for Penncrest. It looks like he might be going in the top of the second. We'll find out. He's pitched to Younger. That one's a bit low. Pitch here to Younger. That one's just a bit outside. The pitch to Younger. That one's smoked. Oh, great play at third base. Over there for the third out by Patrick O'Connor. That ball was smoked. And O'Connor with a great job to field that one cleanly. Fires over to first. It's a scoreless bottom of the first here for Patrick Burke at Penncrest. We'll head to the top of the second. Strath Haven leads at 5-0.
Number 2, Haven 5, Lions nothing. Patrick Burke, pitcher for Haven, 18 pitches in the bottom of the first.
Get you some scores from around the area. Lower Merion taking on Plymouth and Whitemarsh. They lead that one 1-0. Garnet Valley and Central Bucks West are scoreless, and it looks like Malvern Prep and Springside Chestnut Hill are playing today. We're going to get a guest in the booth. We're going to get two guests in the booth. Well, you guys are sharing the same mic here. We got Penncrest shortstop Sergio Hernandez, also Bonner outfielder Ryan Friel. I guess I have to say former Bonner outfielder Ryan Friel now here. Hopping in the booth with the boys here. Serge, talk about the culture of this squad here. Obviously a tough first inning, but you guys have been battling all year, and I know that you guys aren't just going to simply just roll over here.
Yeah, I mean, we love to stay together. We love to stay together, obviously. You know, down 5-0, they earned all those runs, and you got to give them props for that. But I think we can go back and get them. That's why we play 7. And, you know, even after this, we're going to the pool no matter what. Like, we love being around each other.
Now pitching
we love
for
being together.
Penncrest,
that's just
number
kind of what we've
25,
been enforcing is, like, be together, be through the ups and downs with each other, and keep that thing going.
So we got Liam Ray coming in the second inning here on the mound. What should we expect to see from Liam?
We're going to see a lot of breaking
leading off for
balls.
Haven,
You know,
number
they were just hitting the heater
27,
real hard,
catcher
I think
Eli
we can get
Price.
quality strikes. Need him to come in throwing strikes. Man can't be an issue, and we need our defense to stay behind us.
Back to the top of the order here. First pitch strike from Liam Ray. Also got Ryan Friel in the booth with us as well. Ryan, wiffle ball performance yesterday, of course, was stellar. But how are you feeling about just heading into summer ball here? Done being a Bonner Friar. Has it settled in yet?
I mean, a little bit. Still a Delco Duck, though, so we're going to get that rolling. We still have time to go out there and play. A lot of the guys, former Friars, some coaches, and that's going to be fun. Doing a little bit of UDHL, too. That'll be sick.
That Legion, right? Are you playing that, too? Oh, nice. Get back together.
A little bit of Legion. You know, that's always fun to do. But main focus, I think we're going to be going with the Delco Ducks. Yeah,
Let's go.
It's going to be lit this year. Go for the win all year round. You know, can't lose. We're going to who you play too, right?
Play is a strong word. I'm on Wayne. I run the website. I play when they need me to, but it's such a good team that they usually don't need me. I'm a Drexel Hill Philly in the MSBL league. That's my bread and butter for the summer.
So it looks like we're going after Wayne.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Blue Sox, are you actually? Well, 2-time defending champ Blue Sox. So it looks like you guys are the team to beat here. Did Marty B recruit you to the Blue Sox? Of course he did.
They will get beat.
Pitch is fouled off by Eli Price here. Of course, all year we complain about how cold the games were, and then we get first playoff game, and it's 92.
Ball's flying.
Yep. Pitch here from Liam Ray. Back to the top of the order. Eli Price grounds one over to Jeremy Schneider. Flips it easily over to Liam Ray for out number 1.
He hit a backside double last at bat. That was a great swing.
Shortstop, number
Shout
1,
out Eli Price.
Twin.
Yeah, he had a great sophomore year, a little bit down junior year, which I think might have hurt his college recruiting process. I believe he's going to Tennessee just to go and maybe play club because they got a good team over there. So, Serge, talk to me about your experience playing for Penncrest this year. Obviously, first 3 years at Bonner, but you said in the preseason you kind of wanted to change the culture. And 5-11 to 10-6, you know, you guys doubled the wins here.
Yeah, I mean, I made it a pretty big deal from the start that we're going 110%. I think that was a big thing that I carried over from Bonner was just going hard every single time you're on the field, every single time you're practicing. I think the guys are really showing it. I know even being down 5-0, like I don't want to see any quit in these guys. Obviously, we trust Mike enough to go swing 2-0 there and roll that ball over. Like he's just going 110. Like the guys love it. They all love how I go at them. We yell at each other all the time. I think I was yelling at our shortstop the other day for first and thirds, and he improved dramatically just because he was getting so angry at me. He was ready to fight me on the field.
Well, I guess it starts at the top because I know Austin's an intense guy, so I think, you know, the competitive nature. I talked about that in the beginning. It's just such, obviously missing you in the lineup, but the defensive part, you played probably, 95% of innings at shortstop this year, and I guess Andrew's mostly been at third, right?
Yeah, Lubers was over at third. He's done a great job, but I was in left for the last 2 games of the year at O'Hara and Radnor, so that was definitely a fun experience for me. And Luber's been at short ever since.
Quinkel pops that one up. Looks like Henry Murphy might have a chance at that one. Oh, that's a tough one off the fence. Quinkel's first time up, he was hit by a pitch. I believe, while squaring to bunt. Nice crowd on hand. We got some tarps off in the left field fence for the Penncrest faithful, I believe. Could be the Strath. I don't know. They're wearing.
That's Haven.
That might be the Haven crew. I think Penncrest is kind of taken in the right field seats, of course.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who would love to play in this game.
Penncrest JV, I'm assuming, around our freshman team right here.
Yeah, freshmen.
Full count pitch coming here to Quinn Kell. That one's fouled back. Liam Ray will be heading to my alma mater, Penn State University. I've tried to recruit him to the club team. It seems like he is fairly interested in continuing to play. I know a lot of people will go, say they don't want to play. Freshman year comes and goes. They kind of miss playing, and they come back as sophomores, juniors. You can try out any year, so definitely would love to see him go out there and compete. Another full count pitch coming to Quinn Kell. And a called strike 3. I don't think Kell agreed, but from the booth, I believe we do agree.
I go to Penncrest. I agree.
Well, I went to Haven, so it kind of balances out the booth. It's funny because people on both sides, the Penncrest people think that I'm too biased towards Haven, and the Haven people think I'm not biased enough towards them. So I think I'm doing something right if both sides don't like me.
I don't hate you saying that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny where it's like, all right, I guess I just root for everybody. This is one of the funny ones. Atticus Bean checks the swing. I thought he went. They're going to say he did not. I don't think the Penncrest dugout agrees with that one here. But, yeah, I went graduated Haven 2017. But it's, when we can be biased when it's a Delco team facing a non-Delco team, like you guys playing Ryan in the championship last year. We could openly root for you guys. That one's upstairs to Bean. This is definitely one of the unique Delco playoff games.
It's definitely going to be a good one. Second inning, 5 runs on the board.
You guys can put up runs in bunches too.
It's like a lot of Delco teams. I think at the Carpenter tryouts, we were all talking about how everyone was so close. Almost everyone had at least 7-8 games that were within 1 to 2 runs, and that's kind of just what the Central League brings. And indifferent to the PCL, how kind of what team is going to be good and what team is going to be bad. Kind of how with you get Roman Catholic, it's going to be an easy win.
It feels like for this year, I mean, obviously the Central League, that one's a called strike to Bean. We'll get that video back on in a second. Once again, it's like 95 out. Our phone is melting back there. I hope. Pitch here to Bean. That one's fouled back. Atticus Bean was also hit by a pitch his last time up. Seemed pretty shaken up. I think he got him in the elbow, but he's obviously stayed in here. Pitch to him. He did not go. That one a bit outside. Count will once again be loaded. I think he went on the first one. Definitely did not go on that one. Either way, we'll do it again here. 3-2. Here's a pitch. Fouls that one back. Nice to get 3 umps on the crew here for the playoffs today. Usually just home and first. We got left field line. They were up, I believe, no, I think they were scoreless. Lower Marion was up the first time. Pitch to Bean, that one down low, ball 4.
Hitter, number 22, Zach Milligan.
Zach Milligan, the batter here, he had a ground rule double in his first at bat. The last of the Milligan trio to come through Strath Haven. He's just a junior, so he's got another year.
McDevitt guy, right?
Yes, that's correct. I'm not sure if Ben still hits with him, but I know Zach does. One of our great sponsors, of course. Shout out the inflatable batting cage. Pitch to Milligan. That one's going to catch the inside corner for a called strike. So Henry Murphy switched over to third base. I believe that would mean Gavin Bell is just out of the game entirely, and they cut the DH. Pitches outside to Milligan. I'll double check on that. Murphy is definitely at third. Serge, can you help us? Is Gavin Bell on the field now, or is the DH just cut? Because I don't know. Is Liam hitting for himself?
No, definitely not. I think Gavin would be hitting for Liam. I don't really know how it works, but
Ground ball is going to be fair down the right field line. Bean is going to head to third. Milligan once again going to head to second. It looks like Bean will be held at third. Nice relay in to prevent that run from scoring.
Right fielder, number 36, Manny.
Especially for a Haven team that hasn't exactly hit the ball consistently all season, to be able to come out like this. Manny pick up the batter here. He had a single in his first time up. Second and third here. Haven can really take control of this game with a base hit here. Pitch to pick up. That one's going to be grounded over to shortstop. That's going to go up the middle. One run will score. Milligan rounding third. He will score, and it's 7-0 here in the second.
Pitcher, number 9,
Patrick Burke, the pitcher, steps in here in his first at bat. He had a he had a sac bunt. Haven team that is certainly not afraid to bunt. I know, because I was pissed every time I had to do it. Ground ball is going to be into right field, a base hit. Pickup will round second, head to third. He will stay at third. Burke will stay at first.
Center fielder, number 42, Connor Musamichi.
See you guys. That's my cue, probably.
Thank you for hopping in the booth, and I'll see you out on the Delco League field. Of course, we'll get that video fixed in a sec. Our intern Tyler's trying to get that. Of course, all season long we complain about how cold it is, just for it to come back and be 92 on the first day of the playoffs. We do have a little bit of a breeze coming in here. First and third here. To Connor Musamichi, he singled his first time up. Once again, still just a freshman here. Got called up after doing very well on JV. Had a 5 RBI game earlier in the season. Here's a pitch. That one is at the knees for a called strike. There we go with that video back on. Foul ball here by Musamichi. The video should start to slowly sink in. Thank you for bearing with us. I believe, as far as I know, the audio has been all right. People survive for, about a couple decades with just the radio only, so throwing it back a little bit here. First and third, 2 outs here for Strath Haven. They now lead at 7-0. Connor Musamichi looking to make it 8-0. Here's the pitch. That one's low and away. Good stop behind the plate by Travis Younger. Pitch here. Musamichi's going to ground that one right back to Ray. He will field it cleanly, throw to first for out number 3. But Strath Haven adds 2 more runs on here in the top of the second. They lead this one 7-0 when we return.
Liam Ray, 33 pitches in that half an inning.
Hello? So, it's just choppy. Alright. Yeah, on my end it's very choppy. I just refreshed the page. Okay.
Bottom of inning number 2, leading off for Penncrest. Number 33, Henry Murphy.
Back here for the bottom of the second, Strath Haven leads this one 7-0. First pitch to Henry Murphy is popped up. It looks like it's going to be playable for Ralph Lardieri for out number 1. He's got it. Apologies, I'm also running the scoreboard. Our guys coming back here after helping get the video back to, I would say, almost normal. That one's going to be a bit low to Jeremy Schneider. Excuse me, that was Austin Younger that popped out the first time. I'm a bit confused here. Let me get this lineup back on track here. We'll figure out who it was, but either way, second out of the inning recorded here. That was Jeremy Schneider flying out. So it was Henry Murphy that recorded the first out of the inning, flying out to second base. Jeremy Schneider flies out to left.
Penncrest, number 20, Hunter Cass.
First pitch a bit low to Hunter Cass, the left fielder who missed some time earlier in the season with an injury, but he's back now. Nice off-speed pitch in there, swing and a miss. A bit low here to Hunter Cass. We'll get you some of his stats here. Penncrest stats are available. Strath Haven's are not, so we'll go with what we got. That one catches the inside corner here to Cass. Here's the pitch to Cass, swing and a miss, he got him. 2 scoreless innings here for Patrick Burke. We'll head to the top of the third as Strath Haven looks to extend onto their lead. They lead at 7-0.
Patrick Burke, 10 pitches in that inning, a total of 28 for Strath Haven.
Another pitching change here for Penncrest. Braden Davis will take over on the mound. We got a couple other changes. Christian Nunez is now in right field. Henry Murphy at third base. Try and figure out the offensive changes, but for now we do know that. Davis was in right field before. Primarily known for his offense, but for this Penncrest team, they need to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. And that starts here with Patrick O'Connor in the bottom of the, the top of the third.
In right field, number 50, Christian Nunez. Number 6, Patrick O'Connor.
O'Connor had the safety squeeze back in the first inning that got another run scored for Strath. Here's the pitch to O'Connor. That one is just a bit outside. O'Connor, Ralph Lardieri, then back to the top of the order once again. That ball is going to be hit into right field. Looks playable for Christian Nunez, and he makes a catch for out number 1. Welcome to the game, Christian Nunez. Another one of those Media Little League Williamsport players back from 2023. We saw Chase D'Ambrosio last week starting as a freshman. We see Christian Nunez out here in right field as a freshman as well. Ralph Lardieri steps in. He struck out swinging his first time up back in the first. Here's the pitch. He takes that one, catches the upper part of the zone. Lardieri takes that one low and away. Some other action. Garner Valley and Central Bucks West are tied 2-2. Springfield Upper Dublin are tied 3-3 as Lardieri takes a strike. Was not aware Malvern Prep and Springside Chestnut Hill were playing today, but Springside Chestnut Hill at Malvern. Malvern leads at 2-0. Lower Merion leads Plymouth Whitemarsh. That is now 1-1 actually. This pitch to Lardieri fouls that one back. A homer from Brendan O'Gara, Delco Baseball Now intern, great for the brand. Brian Heck on the mound for Lower Merion. TJ Valetti homered for Springfield. That was a 3-run homer. Lardieri hits that one down the right field line. It is tailing foul. According to Delco Baseball Now Vice President Ben Thorpe, he tomahawked one onto the softball field, which is a shot. So that tied the game up against Luke Caron, who started that state championship last year. 3 errors combined already in this game for Springfield and Upper Dublin. Another pitch here to Ralph Lardieri. That one's in the dirt. Ryan McGee on the mound for Garnet Valley. Again, that game 2-2 in the third. Pitch here to Lardieri. That ball is hit fairly well, but this should be playable. Looks like the left fielder will make the call. Hunter Cass for out number 2.
We go back to the top of the order for Strath Haven, number 27, Eli Price.
Back to the top of the order for Eli Price. Doubled to start off this game into left center. He chops that one over to second base. It's going to take a tough hop. Throw to first is going to be thrown away off the fence. Price will leg it out for an infield single. I think he would have beat it anyway, but the fence prevents it from going out of play.
number 1, Quinn Kell.
Looks like we got a courtesy runner in for Eli Price here. Get you that name. Either way, Quinn Kell, the batter, he takes that one a bit low. That will be Tony Black, the pinch runner, or excuse me, courtesy runner. Eli Price, the catcher. Quinn Kell was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, struck out looking his second at-bat. Pops that one up. Looks like it should stay in play. No, go off the top of the, it was caught in the dugout by a Strath Haven player in his helmet. It's got to count for something. Don't know what, but something. Banana ball, yes, that is a good point. Banana ball will count. Tony Black with a pretty big lead over there first. He will not take off. Quinn Kell smacks that one into left field. Left fielder range back. He can't see it. It's going to go off the base of the wall. Tony Black rounding third. He will be waved home and score easily. Quinn Kell will hold at second base, and it's 8-0 Panthers. Hunter Cass did not see that one. I'm not sure he would have caught it anyway. And Strath Haven has just been peppering the left field wall today. Their 4th double of the game already. And for a team that at times this year really struggled to hit the baseball, the warm weather has brought the hot bats here for the Panthers. Reminder, at the high school level, the mercy rule, if you lead by 15 runs after 3 innings, the game is over. If you lead by 10 runs after both teams have hit in the 5th inning, or at least the team that is leading, if they're the home team, of course, Strath Haven on the road here, so Penncrest would need to hit in their half of the 5th as well. Atticus being the batter, he was hit by a pitch and also walked. And he's going to hit that one right to the first baseman, Jeremy Schneider. And that'll do it for the Strath Haven side of things here in the top of the 3rd. Another run here on a Quinn Kell RBI double. The Panthers lead this one 8-0 when we return.
We're to the bottom of inning number 3. This is the District 1 5A tournament first round. Braden Davis for Penncrest threw 13 pitches that half inning.
Back here from the bottom of the 3rd in media, Strath Haven all over Penncrest in this one, 8-0. Patrick Burke out for his 3rd inning of work. That'll bring in the center fielder, Lucas Leno, for his first at-bat of the day. Breeze has calmed down a bit, so it is just a scorcher here in media. Off-speed pitch just a bit upstairs to get the inning started here for Delano. I think the first day this calendar year we've hit 90, and it's showing here. Strath Haven, bold move wearing the blacks today, but it clearly hasn't affected their offense. That ball is hit foul, getting pretty close to us. will be called off by Ralph Lardieri for out number 1. Good decision to call off first baseman Bean. Catcher Travis Younger steps in here for the second batter in the inning for Penncrest. That ball is smoked into center field. Looks like it's going to be playable right there for Musamichi for out number 2. A great swing there from Travis Younger, but that's just the kind of day it's been so far for Penncrest. For out number 2. Story of the game so far has been quick innings for the Penncrest offense and these long, drawn-out innings for the Strath Haven side of things. Back to the top of the order here will be Michael Simone, grounded out to shortstop his first time up. No action here in the Penncrest bullpen, so it looks like Braden Davis will likely stay out for the top of the 4th. Pitch to Simone, that one's in there for a called strike. Patrick Burke, early and often, has been pounding the strike zone. Pitch to Simone. That one's going to be grounded over to Quinn Kell on a knee, fires it, and it's going to get past Atticus Bean, go out of play. Be an error on Kell. It's a tough play. Might end up going down as a base hit because he had to leave his feet to go for it. Either way, Simone heads to second base. Penncrest has a runner in scoring position here for Andrew Luber-Solich. First pitch to Luber-Solich, swing and a miss, that one down low in the dirt. Good block by Eli Price. Patrick Burke clearly feels comfortable throwing this pitch anytime, any count. Righties have not seen it too well early on. That ball, lazy fly ball into center field. Musamichi looks like he has that one handily, and he will. 3 scoreless innings here for Patrick Burke. Strath Haven with an 8-0 lead heading into the top of the 4th when we return. Back from the top of the 4th here in Media, Pennsylvania. Strath Haven leading Penncrest 8-0. Zach Milligan will be the batter. He's already 2 for 2 doubles today. You may recall the last name, his older brother Sam, a senior on the Strath Haven team that lost in the state title. Swing and a miss here. His younger brother, I guess I should say older brother, the middle brother, Ben, was a sophomore on that team. Just finished his freshman year playing ball at Dickinson. Milligan just a junior on this team. Another swing and miss. Braden Davis back out for his second inning of work. Henry Murphy started the first inning. Strath Haven put 5 on the board. Liam Ray came in for the second inning. He let up 2. Surprised that Braden come out for more, but clearly head coach Austin Morgan wanted to give Strath Haven a bit of a different look than they had seen. Pitch to Milligan, swing and a miss. He got him with an off speed. 1-2-3 goes Zach Milligan. That'll bring in Manny Pickup. He's got 2 singles today. Two base hits up the middle as the Penncrest coaching staff is telling their players. That one upstairs. You can definitely see a little bit more velocity from Davis here. He's a big kid. As mentioned, his older brother Kellen, Penncrest alum, is a closer for Old Dominion. That one in there for a strike. Davis has emerged as an offensive force for Penncrest this year. Not sure he's thrown too much for them compared to how often he started in right field. That one just a bit low. That one looks like it catches the inside part of the plate to Manny Pickup. Patrick Burke, the pitcher, waits on deck, followed by Connor Musamichi. Swing and a miss, he got him. 2 strikeouts here to start the inning here for Braden Davis. Patrick Burke, the pitcher, steps in. He had a sac bunt back in the first. He had a single in the second. So 1 for 1 on the day. Looking to help himself out. The rare 1 batting glove look. I feel like you don't see that too much anymore. That one also in there for a called strike. Bit of a quiet energy in the ballpark right now. Strath Haven leads at 8-0. A lot of Strath Haven faithful here. Of course, these two teams separated by, don't have the exact calculation, I'd guess somewhere around 3 miles maybe. I think I grew up about 2 blocks from the zone that I would have gone to Penncrest. This is the first time broadcasting a Strath Haven game for me. Last year we tried to do one at Radnor. It didn't exactly work. That was our first ever broadcast. That was in there for a called strike. Braden Davis 1 strike away here from striking out the side. Shakes off Younger at 0-2. Fouls that one back, 2-2. Shout out to our whole intern crew. Tyler Krameroff on the video production. Shelby Kaufman and John Rayer both taking pictures today. Tyler still recovering from the PGA Championship yesterday. Not an ounce of shade for him today, but a liquid IV will do the trick. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. From our angle, I would have to agree with that one as well. Looks like it'll be a full count pitch coming. Pitch to Burke. That ball is hit well into right center field. Nunez ranging back. He will make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here for Braden Davis to give the Penncrest dugout a little bit of life. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here in media. Strath Haven leading 8-0. Back with some other scores from around the area. Garnet Valley and Central Bucks West in the 6A playoffs. That is a 2-2 game in the bottom of the fourth. Springfield and Upper Dublin, that is the 5A playoffs. Springfield leads at 5-3. TJ Valetti's already driven in 4 runs today for the Cougars, so that's a 5-3 Springfield lead. Lower Merion and Plymouth Whitemarsh, that game being played at Plymouth Whitemarsh, with Plymouth Whitemarsh leading 3-1 in the bottom of the third. And in the PIAA, which is the private school state tournament, Malvern Prep leads Springside Chestnut Hill 3-0. Of course, back here in media, Strath Haven hanging on to an 8-0 lead here going into the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring in Braden Davis, who just threw a 1-2-3 inning on the mound. He will look to get the offensive rally started as well. His only at-bat today, he drew a walk. For the Penncrest side of things today, you have to understand that one person can't do this. Everybody just needs to do their job, consistently have good at-bats, and try and chip away. You're not going to hit an 8-run homer here. Everybody just needs to do their best to settle in and just try and go station to station. Chip away, get maybe 2 or 3 on the board, go from there. That one's a bit low. The winner of this game will head to Upper Perkiomen on Wednesday. The weather's a bit iffy for this week. This will be our only broadcast of the week, but we'll get some representatives out at different games. Braden Davis takes that one on the inside corner. You can hear the Penncrest band playing out there behind home plate. Feels like a little bit like a football game. Pitch here to Davis. That one is just a bit low. Davis 1 ball away from his second walk of the day. I think Strath Haven's plan is very clear. He is the true power in this order, along with Austin Younger and Henry Murphy, so try and do their best to avoid him. 3-1 pitch, ball 4. Leadoff runner here for Penncrest. Penncrest trying to get a little bit of life here in the dugout. The towering freshman Austin Younger will bat here. We got a quick courtesy runner here for the pitcher Braden Davis. Get you that in a second here. First pitch to Austin Younger. That was an off-speed in there for a strike. Courtesy runner will be number 23, Rocco Simone. Younger smashes that ball into left field, but perfectly placed out there in left field. Making the catch for Strath Haven will be Quinn Widener. Another great barrel here for Penncrest. It finds a Strath Haven glove. Henry Murphy, the original starting pitcher, now playing third base, steps in. His first at bat, he popped out to second. Pitch to Murphy down low, kept in front by Eli Price. Rocco Simone leads off first with 1 out. That pitch is a strike. Eli Price looked as if he was going to fire down to first, but he decides to hold that baseball. And I think when you're up by this much, you want to do everything you can to just not prevent any plays that can get the other team momentum. That run is not worth potentially throwing it down the line. Pitch here's a bit upstairs. Murphy will be heading to Penn State Harrisburg to continue his baseball career. Not sure if it's as a hitter or as a pitcher. Sometimes you show up and they tell you which one they want you at, but I believe it's more for being a hitter. He hits that one well down the left field line. Once again being tested is Quinn Widener, who makes the catch on the run. Losing his hat in the process, but he gets the throw in to keep Simone. Great job by Quinn Widener getting that range. And once again, another hard-hit baseball by Penncrest right at the Strath Haven defense. Jeremy Schneider, the batter here for the Lions. He flew out to left field as well, his first time up. First pitch right at the knees for a called strike from Patrick Burke. Should Strath Haven advance, I would expect to see Travis McDonough get the start for Strath Haven. Should they win that game, they will automatically at least have a second additional game. If they were to lose in the district semis, they would get their state's playback game. That one's in the dirt, hits off the ump. Simone is going to head to second. He's going to take a big lead, but it looks like Strath was able to track the ball down, so Simone will stay at second with 2 outs. Burke steps off to give himself a second. That off-speed a bit low. Back when I played against Penncrest here, it was interesting, we were in the first base dugout, and Penncrest was in the third base. I think they finally realized the sun just crushes you in the third base dugout on these hot games, so they swapped. Maybe when it's cold outside, they want that sun. The off-speed pitch looks a little outside, according to the umpire behind the plate. So perhaps once the weather gets warmer, they swap dugouts because they want the shade now. That one's going to catch the outside corner here to Schneider. And we will be full. Simone does not have to go as he's the only runner on base here at second. And that ball's hit well into left center. Quinn Widener being tested again on the run. That one's going to be right out of his reach. Penncrest is going to be on the board here. Jeremy Schneider pulls into second base with an RBI double. That one just out of Quinn Widener's reach. They've been testing him all inning long, and that time just a bit out of the reach. And the Lions are on the board for the first time as they trail at 8-1. Looks like we have a pinch hitter here for Penncrest. Sander Robinson coming off the bench to bat here for Hunter Cass. Base hit here for Penncrest to cut it to 8-2. Sure would be nice. Still 2 outs in the inning. Schneider with a pretty short lead over at second. Pitch to Robinson. That one hit him. Comes right off the bench, and the first pitch he sees hits him right in the shoulder. There's a little bit of life coming, especially from this Penncrest student section out here in right field. Going to get a quick mound visit here from Strath Haven assistant coach Bill Kane to talk things over. It looks like we will have another pinch hitter here for Penncrest. Get you that name in a second. Looks to be, I'm seeing number 18, Ben Miser, it appears to be. Penncrest trying to shake things up offensively here. So the way that Pennsylvania high school, or at least PIAA rules work, if you are pinch hit for, you are allowed to re-enter the game, but you can only re-enter once. If you're removed from the game twice, you are out. First and second, 2 outs here. Ben Miser off the bench here. First pitch to the lefty. It's going to be outside. Big inning for Penncrest to try and capitalize here. They only have so many outs to go. Bench is starting to get a little bit of life here. And the pitch, that one is hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Jeremy Schneider will score. Rounding second and heading to third. And they're going to send him. They're going to send him the throw to the plate, and Price bobbles it. Miser's going to advance all the way to third, and it's an 8-3 game. Base hit here will cut this deficit in half and make it 8-4. It'll be the catcher Travis Younger. Huge swing off the bench from Ben Miser. Just tucked it inside the right field line. We're going to get a pinch runner here for Penncrest. That'll be Lucas Deleno re-entering the game. He was pinch hit for, now he re-enters. Potentially looking for a wild pitch scenario. pitch here. That one is grounded over to third base. Fielded cleanly from O'Connor. The throw, and Atticus Bean is able to get back to the base. He had to jump up, but he's able to either get the tag down or get his foot down. And that'll do it here for Penncrest. But the Lions get 3 runs on the board. We have a different ball game than we had coming into the inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th. The Panthers lead it 8-3. Back here for the top of the 5th inning, Penncrest scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th to cut the lead. Strath leads at 8-3. We'll get you a couple scores. A 2-run homer from Braden Capone. 3-run homer from Braden Capone puts Garden Valley ahead over Central Bucks West 5-2. Over in Springfield, looks like Springfield is still leading Upper Dublin. That game is 5-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Will be a great win for that program. Malvern Prep and Springside Chestnut Hill. Malvern Prep leading that game by a 3-0 score after 3 innings. I thought that game was supposed to be Tuesday, so I had no idea that game was going on until it popped up today. And the only team that we cover, obviously outside of Penncrest, because Delco and Delco here losing right now, is Lower Merion Trails, Plymouth Whitemarsh, 3-1 in the 4th. Back here for the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Connor Musamichi, the center fielder, batting for the Panthers. Takes that one a bit low. Musamichi is singled. He's also grounded out in this game, sitting at 1-2, 1 for 2. Strath went down in order, and Braden Davis has done a really good job here as Musamichi lazy fly ball into center field. Looks to be fairly self-explanatory here for Lucas Leno for out number 1. As the breathe life back into this team. 2 quick outs here for Braden Davis. Ralph Lardieri, the 9-hitter, steps in here for the Panthers. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning, flew out to center field in the 3rd. So still looking for his first hit of the game. We might be getting a sub here. Real quickly, Brian Feely is going to talk to our guy, Ralph Lardieri here. What do they call it over there? Oh, yeah. Roll call. I think it's a curtain call. Roll call from the Penncrest fan section here. Usually do that before the game. Maybe not during the 5th inning. Pitch to Lardieri. That one's upstairs. Once again, winner will hit Keoman. They lost to Radnor last round. Pitch to Lardieri right down Broadway for a strike. Starting to see some more movement in the Penncrest side of things, but I would be surprised if they don't just keep riding it out with Braden Davis with how he's looked so far. Pitch to Lardieri in the dirt, hits the backstop. Finally getting a nice little breeze in here at Penncrest. A packed crowd here down the left field line. Thankfully for Penncrest, they let us use the right field line where it's not quite as a moment. A lot of these kids grew up playing together, Little League, against each other. Ralph Lardieri fouls that one back. I can speak as the Strath alum who played for Media Little League, that a lot of the kids I played with growing up, if they didn't go to the private schools, they went to Penncrest. Really depends on where you grew up. Of course, Little League and Media and Cal Ripken and Nether Providence. Pitch here to Lardieri. Fouls that one back again. Some houses that are pretty close to foul territory here at Penncrest. Not a bad place to watch a game from your front deck, but maybe some window insurance hurt. Pitch here to Lardieri. That one's upstairs. Full count here to Ralph Lardieri. Done a great job out of the 9-hole for this at bat. And the pitch, ball 4, he walked him. Great at bat from Ralph Lardieri. Finds a way on base to flip the order for Strath Haven here. Going to bring in Eli Price. He's doubled back in the first. He grounded out to first base in the second. He singled in the third, so sitting at 2 for 3. Price will be heading to the University of Tennessee. If he decides to play club, that's a pretty good Tennessee program over there. If he doesn't, well, I'm sure he'll still enjoy himself in Knoxville. Pitch to Price. That one's in there for a called strike. We Price, Quinn, Kell, Atticus, Bean, top of the order for the Panthers here, looking to get something going with 2 outs. Potentially could see Lardieri in motion. Not a bad idea that if you were to be thrown out, you start next inning with the top of your order up. Got a quick time called. Strath Haven won on the road at Phoenixville in the first round of the playoffs last year before losing on the road at Chichester. Price takes that one upstairs. A game that not many people saw coming, despite the fact that Chichester was the #1 seed. The Del Val teams haven't quite fared as well in the district tournament as these teams from the Central League, the Chessmont. A big win for Chichester. They will take on the winner of today's Westchester East and Upper Merion game on Wednesday at home. Pitch to Price. That one is going to catch the outside corner. I had 2 and 1. I believe it is 1 and 2. Pitch to Price. That one's fouled back. Well, either way, there's 2 strikes now. Pretty short leadoff first from Ralph Lardieri. Doesn't seem like he's going to be moving here. But what do I know? He takes off. Pitch by Price is grounded over to shortstop. Fielded cleanly by Andrew Luber-Solich. Fires to first, and that'll do it. Another scoreless inning from Braden Davis. He's now thrown 3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen and has really kept this Penncrest team here in the race. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th here at Penncrest. Strath Haven leading 8-3. Back here for the bottom of the 5th at Penncrest. Momentum is starting to shift a bit towards Penncrest. Strath Haven still leads this one 8-3, but the Penncrest Lions scored 3 in the last inning. They got the top of the order coming up here as they face Patrick Burke, who's at only 56 pitches. Believe once the playoffs come, the pitch limit goes from 100 to 105. So believe we should still be seeing a little bit more from Patrick Burke. My guess would be Travis McDonough in relief. Could be Jasper Halls. Could be Quinn Kell. A couple different options here as the first pitch is down low to the leadoff hitter, Michael Simone. He grounded out to short his first time he reached on an error, his second time up. Simone takes that one for a called strike. See some stretching from Michael Shade for Penncrest. I would imagine this is still Davis's game until he gives them a reason for it not to be. Pitch here to Simone. That ball is going to be lined into left field for a leadoff single. All-important leadoff runner on here for Penncrest. Of course, most of the season, Sergio Hernandez was leading off. Ineligible to play today due to the PIAA transfer rules coming in from Bonner. Andrew
Sec here. Cool.
Hoping to try and solve some audio problems here, but it looks like we are potentially back. Quinn Kell on the mound here for Strath Haven. They got runners on second and third with nobody out. That ball's outside, and that'll load the bases here for Penncrest. Our soundboard decided to simply just not work, so we're just going to free ball it with the iPhone today. Lucas Deleno, the batter here. Bases loaded, no outs. Quinn Kell is taken over on the mound. First pitch is a little away. That ball is going to be in the dirt. 2-0 the count to Deleno. Got a quick timeout here from Deleno. Looks like Travis McDonough going to head to the bullpen here with Jasper Halls. And that one's going to be down low, ball 3. Ralph Lardiri heads over to shortstop. We have a change at second base, so we'll get you in a second. And here's the pitch, ball 4. Penncrest cuts the lead to 9-4. And that'll bring in the catcher, Travis Younger. The bottom of the order for Penncrest showing some life. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th for Penncrest. Bases loaded for Travis Younger. Here's the pitch from Kell. That one's an off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. Starting to get loud here in media. Pitch here to Travis Younger. That ball swing and a miss. 0-2 here. Coming to Travis Younger, the 9-hitter. He's lined out to center field. He's grounded out to third. Oh, 2 pitch, ground ball over. That is foul down the left field line. That had stayed fair. This would have been an interesting ball game. Penncrest one swing away from really making this a game again, 9-4. Oh, 2 pitch for Kell. Swing and a miss. He got him. First out of the inning here, a strikeout from Quinn Kell on Travis Younger. That'll bring the top of the order back up for Penncrest here in the 6th. Michael Simone, the batter. Grounded out to short. He's reached on an error and walked. Excuse me, singled. Can't even read my own handwriting. Bases remain loaded. Pitch to Simone, off speed in there for a strike. Rocco Simone on second. Lucas Deleno on first. Pitch in there for a called strike. Jeremy Schneider on third. Looks like Quinn Kell settled in a bit after the leadoff walk, or his first walk when he came in the game. Here's the pitch. That ball is going to be hit over to second base. Throw to short for one, over to first. Safe. They get the out at second. 1 run scores. It's a 9-5 lead for Strath Haven. Will go down as a fielder's choice. Runner on third, and Simone now on first. Connor Huffman at second base. We had the switch after Quinn Kell went into pitch. Pitch to Lubersoll, which that one's going to be a bit upstairs. Lubersoll. 1-1 to the Penncrest shortstop. He's lined out to short, flew out to center, also reached on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss. Great off-speed pitch from Quinn Kell. He's one pitch away from getting out of this and heading into the final inning with a 4-run lead. Quick time called from Eli Price to go over the first and third situation. One or two the count to Lubersoll. Here's the pitch, fouled back. And here's the pitch. A ball smoked into left field. Quinn Widener has the beat on it. It gets past him. He lost it in the sun. 1-run score. Simone rounding third. He will score easily. And it's a 9-7 game. Quinn Widener lost that one in the sun. And the tying run steps to the plate here for Penncrest. Braden Davis steps into the plate here. He's walked twice, also grounded into a fielder's choice. As we mentioned, the sun is not easy out here. Quick mound visit here. Andrew Lubersoll is going to get some water. It's a 9-7 game. Well, if you're just tuning in now, the drama is starting to build here. 9-7. Strath Haven once led this game 8-0. Braden Davis, the tying run at the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Pitch to Davis in the dirt, blocked by Eli Price. Travis McDonough getting loose here for Strath Haven. Pitch to Braden Davis. That one's up and away. Kell steps off. Andrew Luber-Solik. I believe it'll go down as a double officially. Quinn Widener lost in the sun. He's now at second. Pitch to Braden Davis. That one's low. And looks like they're going to put him on. Most dangerous hitter in the Penncrest order. They don't want to mess around with that. Looks like Brian Feely is going to call timeout real quick, and Travis McDonough is heading into the game when we return.
Should join in a second when it does. Return the audio. Let's wait until. Yes, that should be a fun.
Austin Younger, the batter, first and second. 2 outs. Travis McDonough, your new pitcher. First pitch is a slider, a bit low. Andrew Luber-Solik on second base. We got a courtesy runner. Get that name on first base. Pitch from McDonough. That was in there for a strike. It was an 8-0 Strath Haven lead after the third inning. That's why we play 7. Pitch, that one's low in the dirt. Good job by Eli Price to keep that one in front. Pitch to Younger. That one catches the top of the zone. Travis McDonough, 1 strike away from stranding these 2 runners on base. I'd imagine this game is his to finish off. Austin Younger, the freshman. Travis McDonough, the sophomore. Pitch to Younger. That one's a bit upstairs. Younger's a big kid, but not that big. Penncrest dugout full of life now. Some nervous stomachs in the Strath Haven one. Pitch from McDonough. And a called strike 3. Travis McDonough comes in, strands 2 runners. And after all that, Penncrest has made it a 9-7 game when we return here for the 7th. Check on the mic audio. I think we might be back. All right, well, we'll return in a second now that we got the mics working again. Back here for the 7th inning, we will get you some score updates around Delco. Central Bucks West has came back a little bit. That's a 5-5 game at Garnet Valley. Springfield leads Upper Dublin 6-5. That game's starting to get late as well, with Springfield trying to win their first playoff game since 2017. Plymouth Whitemarsh has opened it up against Lower Merion 7-1. That game might be over heading into the 6th inning here. First pitch here to Patrick Burke is a called strike. Excuse me, I believe this is Connor Musamichi now. Musamichi's swing and a miss. Well, Penncrest comes back and wins this game. I imagine the player of the game would probably be someone who hits a walk-off, but Braden Davis deserves his flowers for just keeping them in this game. It was 8-0. He's pitched since the 3rd inning and has kept the bleeding going. And a called strike 3. 1, 2, 3 goes Connor Musamichi. Patrick O'Connor, the 3rd baseman, will step into the box now. Had a safety squeeze. He's also flown out to right field, flown out to left field. So 0 for 2 on the day. That ball's grounded in the hole to left field. It'll be a 1-out single here for Patrick O'Connor. Ralph Lardieri, the batter here, and in the 9 hole, struck out in the 1st, flew out to left in the 3rd, and also walked in the 5th. Looks like we will have a pinch hitter here to be Will Taylor. Of course, Lardieri can re-enter the game to play defense in the bottom of the 7th, but Will Taylor provides a little bit of pop off the Strath Haven bench. Here's the pitch. That one, an off-speed pitch. Didn't quite break in time. That'll be ball 1 here to Will Taylor. Strath Haven could really use a run here to stop the momentum Penncrest has built. That one's a called strike. Penncrest has scored 7 of the last 8 runs here after an 8-0 Strath Haven lead to cut it to 9-7. And Taylor smacks that one down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Patrick O'Connor around 2nd. He'll head to 3rd. I believe that ball is out of play. So O'Connor will be held at 3rd. And Will Taylor will head to 2nd. A bit of an unfortunate break for Strath Haven that ball went out of play because Patrick O'Connor was going to score easily. But either way, Will Taylor comes off the bench with a pinch hit double, and all of a sudden Strath Haven now a base hit away from making this an 11-7 lead. Back to the top of the order for Strath Haven, Eli Price, the batter, for the 5th time today. Doubled in the 1st, grounded out to first base in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and grounded out to short in the 5th, so 2 for 4 on the day. Infield playing in for Penncrest. They cannot afford to allow any more runs, with just 3 outs left to work with. Pitch to Price. That one's going to be a bit upstairs. Pitch here to Price. Swing and a miss. Healthy hack there from Eli Price. Don't know about Will Taylor's speed at second. A base hit will at least make this game 10-7. I'm sure Strath Haven going into this inning would have been thrilled with just one run. Pitch to Price. That ball is fouled back out of play. Looks like that one might have got a hood or a windshield over there based on the crowd reaction. Pitch to Price. That one's chopped up the middle, a base hit. Will Taylor rounds third. He's going to be held, probably smartly. As Patrick O'Connor scores and a base hit by Eli Price, his third of the game, extends Strath Haven's lead to 10-7. See how long Braden Davis has leashed here. He has been marvelous and really is the reason that this is still even a baseball game. Given the situation, smart hold of Will Taylor at third base. Had to kind of wait to see if it would go through the infield. With the infield playing up the way they were, that was going to be a tough play to make. I'll bring in Quinn Kell as he takes a called strike. He was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out looking the second, doubled in the third, and lined out to left. So overall, 1 for 3 on the day. See if Price potentially is going to take off here. He's got good speed. And the bunt is pulled back. Eli Price is going to head to second. Will Taylor will stay at third, as Travis Young was able to knock it down, but not quite enough to keep Price. So now a base hit here could make this a 12-7 lead. Pitch to Kell. He takes that one a bit outside. One out here. Sac fly certainly would do a job for Strath Haven as well. Infield still in for Penncrest. Michael Shade appeared to be next in line for Penncrest. Pitch to Kell. That one's on the outside corner. Great pitch from Braden Davis. As Quinn Kell looks like he's going to call time. Two-two count coming here to Kell. The pitch, good job fighting that one off. Long pause here from Braden Davis. Here's the pitch. Bit down low. Good eye by Quinn Kell to keep this at bat going. Strath Haven dugout starting to get a little life back. It certainly got a bit nervous. Here's the pitch. Just a bit upstairs for ball 4. Bases will be loaded here. Double play depth back up the middle for Penncrest. Looks like it will still be Braden Davis. Not seeing any mound visits here. They're going to let him keep going. Got a quick mound visit here for Austin Morgan. Starting to get loud on the Strath Haven side of things here. Not sure if this is it for Davis. Looks like a quick mound visit. We'll take this time to update you what's going on around Delaware County. Garnet Valley and Central Bucks West are heading to extras at 5-5. Check in on Springfield at Upper Dublin. Springfield is leading that game. They are 1 out away from their first playoff win in almost a decade. They lead Upper Dublin 6-5. Lower Marion's going to need to have a miracle here as they trail Plymouth Whitemarsh 9-1 in the bottom of 6. That game might be over by the time the half inning ends as Plymouth Whitemarsh looks to add 2 on to end this game. Last game going on in the area, Malvern Prep in the state quarterfinals. They are leading Springside Chestnut Hill 4-0 with just 2 outs to go. Jack Irvine 6 shutout innings for the Friars. Cole Skarbinski 3 for 3 on the day. Once again, back here in media for the Battle of Media. They call it the Media Bowl, but I think that's more for football. Anytime I hear bowl, I just think football. So maybe Media Classic, Media Cup, Crosstown Rivalry, Battle 252, whatever you want to call it. Strath Haven looking to blow this one open. We said that once already when they went up 8-0, but Penncrest clawed their way back. They have a chance to really blow it open as Penncrest has just 3 outs to play with here. It'll be their number 3 hitter, Atticus Bean. He was hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the second, lined out to first in the third inning, and also grounded out to third base. So officially 0 for 2, but has reached base twice. Pitch to Bean, off speed in there for a strike. Connor Finan starting to throw for Penncrest, the lefty. Pitch to Bean. That ball smoked into right center field, and that might clear the bases. It's going to be caught in the gap by Christian Nunez, a great route that he took. A run will score, and it's now 11-7 Strath Haven. I've been getting deked by the angles all day in the gap here. Nunez runs that one down. If it had landed, it would have cleared the bases. Either way, a sac fly for Atticus Bean. I'm sure he has no complaints about that. Second out in the inning. An 11-7 lead now. It'll bring in Zach Milligan. He's doubled twice. He's walked and also struck out swinging. So 2 for 3. Pitch from Milligan. Healthy hack, swing and a miss to get the at-bat started. It's a bit tough for hitters right now with the batter's box completely in the shade and the mound completely in the sun. Might play to Travis McDonough's advantage with the sharp slider he's got. Pitch to Milligan. He's going to take that one in there for a called strike. Milligan thought that one was a bit down. Say 50-50 from here. It depends exactly where across the plate. Pitch to Milligan. Popped back out of play. Would surely bet that Travis McDonough will be the starter. Excuse me, will be the closer for this game, and depending on how many pitches, could potentially throw Wednesday as well. Pitch to Milligan, fouls that one back. It's tough to navigate 3 games in 1 week here if you do not have a first-round bye. Aren't too many times during the year where you'll play 3 games in a week, at least in the conference. With Strath Haven leading 11-7, Zach Milligan would like to add a little bit more onto that for some breathing room. Pitch to Milligan. That one's upstairs. Braden Davis basically throwing an entire starting game of pitches here. Pitch to Milligan, and a called strike 3 by Braden Davis to get out of this inning. Well, Penncrest has 3 outs to work with here to save their season. They need 4 runs to tie it, 5 to walk it off. They battled back once. We'll see if they can do it again when we return. Back here in Penncrest High School and Media for the bottom of the 7th, the Lions have 3 outs to save their season It'll be their starting pitcher of the day, Henry Murphy, will lead things off. He's flown out to second base, also lined out to left. First pitch from Travis McDonough. That one's in there for a called strike. I think he also had another bat that I missed when we were fixing our audio issues. Either way, pitch from Travis McDonough. That one's in there for a strike. Travis McDonough, a sophomore, younger brother of former Panther outfielder Jake McDonough. Unlike his brother, he is strictly a pitcher, and he's got a sharp slider that he will utilize in any count here. Here's the pitch. That ball's popped up foul out of play. Count will remain 0-2 here to Henry Murphy. For those just joining us, Strath Haven led this one 8-0 after 3. Here's the pitch to Murphy. That ball is grounded over to second base to Ralph Lardieri. He bobbles it, fires it over to first, not in time. Leadoff runner reaches base here for Penncrest. And that'll bring in Jeremy Schneider. All you can do as a pitcher here is just refocus in. Pitch here, slider just a bit inside. Jeremy Schneider 2 for 3 on the day. He's flown out. He also has a single and a double. Pitch right at the knees for a called strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Not sure who will be batting the next spot. It appears to be Rocco Simone, but there's been some movement, some substitutions. Originally Hunter Cass, also Sander Robinson, so we will figure that out in a sec. Pitch from McDonough. That ball is smacked into left field, a base hit. Tying run on deck for Penncrest here in the bottom of the 7th. Jeremy Schneider's 3rd hit of the day. Looks like it will be Rocco Simone staying in to bat. Simone walked in his earlier at bat. Now have Henry Murphy on second, Jeremy Schneider on first. Pitch to Simone. That one's in there for a called strike. Tension building here in media. It's a packed house of both Strath Haven and Penncrest crew. Of course, Strath Haven just a couple minutes down the road here. Not officially media, but they called the Media Bowl. Pitch to Simone, just a bit upstairs. Strath Haven dugout wanted it, just a little up. That ball is fouled back out of play. After Quinn Kell came out of the game as a pitcher, he's back at short. So Ralph Lardieri at second, Patrick O'Connor at third. Everything else staying pretty much the same. Ben Miser's spot is due up next after he pinch hit. It could be back to Lucas Deleno. We will see. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Out number 1 for Strath Haven here. That'll bring in back to Lucas Deleno. Deleno himself 0 for 1 with a walk today. Ben Miser pinch hit for him and hit a double earlier, but it's back to Deleno. Pitch is off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Henry Murphy on second, Jeremy Schneider on first. Strath Haven looking to continue a streak of winning a playoff game in each of the last 5 years. That ball's grounded over to second base. Lardiri's got it. Flips it over to Kell for one. Fires to first. Safe at first. So they get the runner at second, and Penncrest now down to their final out. That'll bring in the catcher, Travis Younger. Michael Simone, the leadoff man, waits on deck, followed by Andrew Luber-Solik. But Travis McDonough 1 out away from finishing off this Strath Haven win and sending them to Upper Perk. Depending on McDonough's pitch count, he could potentially start that game as well. The longer this inning goes, the less likely that is. Atticus being originally holding the runner Delano on at first, but he will now be playing back as Strath Haven just needs one more out. First pitch from McDonough to Younger. Swing and a miss. It's a big spot for a sophomore to be thrown into, and Travis McDonough, but he does not look phased. Delano's going to take off for second. Called strike on the pitch, no throw. Base hit here could make it an 11-9 game and bring up Andrew Luber-Solik as the tying run. Strath Haven defense playing back, outfield playing about even. McDonough ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch, fouled back out of play. Great comeback by Penncrest as they trailed 8-0, cut it all the way to 9-7. But Strath Haven added 2 in the top of the 7th to give themselves some breathing room. Travis Younger out of the 9-hole. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again. Younger not going down without a fight. Open base at first. Michael Simone waiting on deck. Pitch coming from McDonough. Just a bit upstairs. Strath Haven dugout wanted it. I personally don't think it was there. A little up and in. A little more break and it would have caught the zone. Travis McDonough will have to once again reset here. 1-2 the count. Lucas Delano on second. Henry Murphy on third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Travis McDonough slams the door, and round 3 of the Media Bowl heads to Strath Haven. They will advance to the PIAA District 1 5A quarterfinals. They win this rivalry game by a final score of 11-7, an unbelievable game played by both sides. Final score here in Media, Strath Haven 11, Penncrest 7. Strath Haven came out of the gate with 5 in the top of the first. They were leading 8-0 after 3. Penncrest never quit. They got it all the way back to 9-7. Strath Haven pulled away with 2 late in the 7th as they win this game by a final of 11-7. Great season for Penncrest, a bounce-back season. They were 5-11 in the Central League last year. They improved to 10-6 this year, but their season comes to an end. We'll let everybody know what our next broadcast is, but for Brendan Ricciardi and Delco Baseball Now, we thank you for listening, and we will see you.